You know, I mean, I grew up eating pizza when I was a kid. I lived in New York, you know, that's where I grew up my whole life. So obviously there's a pizza shop on every block, right? And I worked at some of them, and through working for some of these businesses, whether it was a pizza shop where I used to deliver Chinese food, or I actually worked in a warehouse that loaded trucks for the food that would go to restaurants.
Yeah.
Right? I guess I picked up a little bit everything along the way. I worked for restaurants. I was a pantry cook or line cooks, and so I think it wasn't one business. It was so much my experiences through being a worker and learning from certain situations. And a lot of it was trial. I mean, a lot of it was like the things I did wrong. I tried to learn from. You know, like, oh, I screwed up here, or like this manager's really mad at me, or this happened. You know, those situations, or this customer seemed really mad. And at the time, I was like, well, forget that customer. But then I learned from it. Growing from that situation, I realized, oh, I see why they were mad. I see what. From their eyes, it's a whole different perspective than from the cook's eyes or whatever. So I guess I just learned things. There wasn't like one company I sort of took their ideas from. It's just like a collective of work experience over the last, 15, 20 years of being a worker.
Yeah.
You know, and just learning. And I don't know, I think as you grow and get older and go through experiences, it shapes who you are if you get that chance to be a manager.
Right, how you're going to do it.
And I tell you, when I first owned this, this is a funny story. When I first owned this place, first thing we did was, we gotta paint it. We painted it like sky blue, and this pole was like neon green and orange. It was like, we were just like, well, let's do whatever we want, because we can do that because we're in a business now. The finish line is here. And people kind of get that idea as soon as you buy a business. Oh, you've hit the finish line. You haven't even started to open the doors, but yet, I own this, I can do whatever I want. I'm gonna do all this radical stuff. People just laughed at the paint job, and this girl came and she's like, I'm changing it. I'm like, okay, go ahead. And it's like, that's just a silly example, but you know, you think you can just do whatever you want. You think I got this thing together and I can just do it however I want. And if you're not gonna listen to your customers, the people that are gonna come in here every day, and the people that are gonna actually pay your bills, then you're kind of silly. Like, it's cool you have these grand ideas, and you should always have them, but like, try to be practical and try to realize this business wasn't created for you. I think about that, just a really quick, another example is when I took over doing stuff with the Jambalaya, I used to say, like, any business that's been around longer than I've been alive, and I was born in 1978, and that business has been there since the early 70s, and before that it was something else. It's not so much about me owning that place as it owns you. And what I mean is, like, it's had this vibe. It's been called the Jambalaya, you know, it's had music, and it's had, you know, bands, and it's been kind of a hole-in-the-wall bar, it's been this and that, you know, that's what it is. And if you try to go and really radically change that, like they did in 2000 when they made it a fancy restaurant, did all that, you can't do that. You can't just take the vibe of something that's real and just totally change it and forget about it and try to sweep it under the rug, because its roots will start to pop out. You know, you can't do that. Like, if we all went to the Fillmore, which is a cool music venue, right, and just totally made it like a jazz venue or like some kind of weird, different kind of, you know, musical, artsy-fartsy place or whatever, you can't do that. You just can't do that to businesses. And so, yeah, you're the owner, and you technically can do whatever you want, but you shouldn't do that. Like, they own you don't own them. It's different, you know? Like, I just feel like you gotta respect the vibe of things and what they are. I know that's kind of like a sort of a metaphysical way of saying it, but like, and it's not so business-like, it's practical, but it's true. Like, you can't just like own a business and try to radically change it because you think it's a good thing. And you know, you gotta be very mindful of what it was, of its history. I think history is an important thing. And obviously, if you don't realize history, you're doomed to repeat your mistakes. You know, you gotta. I just think that's really important. So anyway, I don't know, you know, like, I got in here thinking I could do all this stuff, and maybe I was a little younger and naive at the time, but now I realize, like, you know, there's a lot of things that I did because customers said, you should do this, you should try this, and it worked, you know, it was cool, and I listened, you know, and I think anything to take away from it, you should always listen to what people tell you.